trekking, heavier traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.
Man, this only took us like 2.5 hours to set up.
Oh, way longer than that. We tried, we stopped, we left, we came back, we talked about it.
Then we got hungry.
Then when the caffeine went away from our...
Like we need another coffee.
It was...
Oh yeah, don't forget we hung this thing.
Don't touch it. Oh my God, don't touch it. This thing.
We had 2 attempts.
We had multiple attempts. I think you called a divorce attorney. There was a lot that it took to hang this signage. What I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what episode we're on. We are on episode. I guess we stopped putting numbers in the podcast one. Who gives a? I don't know what episode.
I mean, I don't think anyone cares.
I know. I just wanted to make it sound official because relationship gap 409. So this makes 410. This is episode 410. Everybody, isn't that good that we looked that up? Mm-hmm. 410. No Mike Albanese this week. He's getting married.
Yay!
Him and Becca tying the knot, telling the government about their relationship. Do you hear a buzz?
Let it go, Zoltan.
I hate my life. I have the easiest life on the planet. I do nothing. I do nothing, and everything bothers me. You have no idea how long it took. This thing took forever to... and then I have the camera set up to my laptop down there, and then I go on Riverside, the #1 podcast recording app in the world, and the camera wouldn't show up. They're like, I don't know what you're plugging in here. They thought I was plugging in like the Ring doorbell to try to record my thing. Mm-hmm. So I got but I kept my cool.
Yeah, and then I came in with my magic finger and it went boop.
Yeah, what'd you do? You turned it off and turned it back on again?
That's all I did.
And it works. That works sometimes. So have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? You know what's crazy? I kept my cool.
Yeah.
I didn't lose my mind. I tried to contact customer support, and they're like, there's too many people that are dumb like you also trying to contact customer support, so we can't get to you, but don't worry. We'll email you later. That's what they said. We'll email you later. Don't worry. And then it started working. I kept my cool. And then we sat down, and one of these wires was like, when it should have been like, and it made a high-pitched whizzing noise. And I here comes Miso to knock the entire ensemble over. And that's my fear.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Welcome. 410. This is the disaster of a show without Mike here.
Yeah, we actually talked about ending the podcast.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about ending. Yes, we did. I get stressed out every time we do it. I'm like, is this anything? We should just not do it. I get sweaty. Mm-hmm. And then I used to do this by myself. I used to talk into it by myself like an idiot, thinking that was entertaining. And then the more people we've added to the podcast, the better it's gotten. Mm-hmm. And so that just raised my insecurity of like, yeah, you're the reason it sucks. Mm-hmm. And then so now we're like downsizing again. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I go through this all the time, but
yeah.
We had a good day. Even though I just complained about the new sign, which I hope isn't backwards on your YouTube screens if you're listening on and watching on YouTube. I hope it's where it should be.
It might be ZIWT.
Yeah, Zoltan in week this. Everyone's favorite podcast, Zoltan in week this. Everyone speaks backwards like Yoda. But yeah. We had a good day. We went to Isola. Mm-hmm. I've been watching this food blog guy on YouTube named Gareth. Mm-hmm. Not Garrett, Gareth. Just what a way to let us know you went to Montessori school. Your parents put you in a Montessori school before that was a popular thing to do. Garrett.
Reminds me of the name Gemma.
Yeah.
Like Emma.
Gemma. Yeah, just something where you're like, ooh, that name comes with horseback riding lessons. Like you learned to play piano before you could walk. That's that kind of name. Mm-hmm. But Gareth Eats. I know. I like how I'm giving this guy a hard time. He has a great YouTube channel. where he eats. A lot of his videos are San Diego based. You know, he looks for the best burger, the best how do you do, the best back scratch, all that stuff. And he did one on the best bakeries, and one of the places he went to was downtown. This place called Izola Bakery, Izola. Used to be a bar that I performed at.
Yeah.
You came and saw me. They used to be a brewery with a basement venue. It was awesome. I had no idea they went out of business until we showed up to go to this place. I'm like, oh, this used to be a bar. I did comedy here. That's out of business. Now we have an overpriced bakery with, how much were those croissants?
Too expensive. I think they were like $9 each.
You're right. $9 croissants. Our total bill, I got a coffee, you got a coffee. We got one croissant and one like sweet treat called a morning run. And then they ask you to tip, right? And so I tipped 20% because the guy who took my order, I'm like, well, he's nice, and you're also downtown San Diego, so you're surrounded by homeless people. It's the most expensive, nice, bougie bakery of all time, surrounded by people in tents that don't have enough money for a Pillsbury croissant, let alone a $9 croissant. And I'm around all this poverty, and I'm like, well, I got to tip this guy 20%, otherwise he's going to be in the tent. So
the juxtaposition is jarring.
It's like a fire next to the ocean, which we've also seen. We've seen Hawaii, the Pacific Palisades, Malibu, the fire right by there's like the solution is right there, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing but housing and commerce and money in downtown San Diego, and just hundreds of people in tents, and we're like, there's nothing we can do for you. That's not how our system is built. So anyway, I had to tip that guy 20% because I don't want him living in a tent. He was very nice. And $40.
Yep.
40 something dollars for 2 coffees, a croissant, and a sweet treat called a morning run. All of it, I say all this, but all of it immensely delicious.
It was really good.
That was the best croissant I've ever had I love croissants. I love a good croissant. We were in the desert. You made Pillsbury croissants. Those sucked.
So awful.
Those were bad.
Yeah.
That doughboy should be taken out back and I mean, you don't have to hurt him, but, you know, get him out of the business. And this is the best croissant I ever had. They underbaked it, so there was a little bit of My favorite part of the croissant's the center.
Yeah, you always talk about the center, and I feel like these ones were all center.
It was all center.
Yeah.
They found a way to make the entire thing the center.
Yeah.
Because you and I will split a croissant, because we're like, especially if they give a big croissant, we're trying to be diet whatever, trying to be health conscious. And so we'll split a croissant, and then one of us will get that like unfair
One
pull.
of us, you know, it's you.
Hey, sometimes I feel like it's 50-50. But one of us will eventually get that pull, and then you get the meaty, the filet mignon of the croissant, and you get that, and then like once that bite of croissant goes down my throat and all my salivary glands have gotten every piece of it, the joy, the amount of euphoria that is coming through all my brain and my little nerve endings. If someone came up and said, well, I have to kill you now, I'd be like, okay.
Take me now.
Yeah, take me now. It's like that story my mom said at the retirement home.
Oh, yeah.
My mom, you ask a lot of good questions, but my mom and I both worked at retirement home growing up. And you asked my mom, would you ask my mom?
I asked her if she ever saw anyone die in the dining room.
Because she was a waitress.
She worked in the
Yeah, she worked. Yeah. And I thought she was going to say no. And she said yes. And it was a resident that she saw every morning. And every morning, this old lady had the same breakfast. She had toast with butter and a cup of hot chocolate. Not coffee, not tea, hot chocolate. And she had that breakfast every year for 7 years. And the day it went down, you know, my mom's cleaning up the table and she goes, hey, I forget the lady's name. Hey, how's your breakfast? And she's like, you know what? This was the best toast with butter and hot chocolate I've ever had. I know I have this every day, but there's something about it. This is the best I've ever had. And my mom's like, oh, okay, that's very nice. And then she goes to like step back, and then the lady stands up and just falls down, has a massive stroke, dead. Dead.
Man, when she told us that story, I got chills.
It's kind of a beautiful story.
Yeah.
And then of course my mom has to make it dark and go, never enjoy a meal too much.
Always question.
Always question, could have been better. Little salty. Too much pool, Always, because if you ever say, this is the best I've ever had, that means you're about to have a massive stroke and die in the dining room. That's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Bless her soul. Bless her heart. I hope she's looking down.
Going back to the bakery.
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier that like I'm always wary of like bakeries that are too nice. I feel like bakeries.
You mean like bougie?
Yeah. Like I feel like bakeries need to be down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hole in the wall kind of. Not overpriced. Like I feel like I appreciate those more. So although that bakery like the baked goods tasted really good, I still didn't enjoy it that much.
Well, it's hard to enjoy when you're in this big cavernous, formerly fun bar, a big cavernous area, and then you're outside and there's people like smoking meth and drinking booze. The way we were seated. Over my shoulder, I had the restaurant over, and then over. You're looking my way.
Yeah.
Your view was a park where there's a guy pounding alcohol
and smoking something out of a pipe, and then we have like a bougie waiter come by and drop off our baked goods on this giant cutting board and a sword.
Yeah, he gave us a serrated sword to cut the croissant.
Yeah, and we had like napkins to put over our laps. We're just eating a croissant. What are we doing here?
I hate to say this, but if you go outside and there's a lot of homeless people where you live, we're all part of the problem.
Yeah.
We're all part. Every time we go pick up a $9 latte or a $10 croissant or throw a little napkin out over our laps to have a little hibby-hee, and then right behind you there's a guy like, help! Help, I'm wearing rags. And then we're just like, oh, hopefully security takes care of that.
Which they had.
They had
a security guard.
They had, because it's next to these luxury condos, is Zola. And by the way, I thought Zola was great. Yeah, it's bougie. Yes, it's overpriced, but it is also very, very tasty. But they had security there because there's a nice park to keep the riffraff away, to keep the Jean Valjeans of the world. We don't want Les Miserables happening too close to while these people are having their $9 croissants. I don't know. All that stuff's been making me sad. You told me last night, I saw a YouTube video that said they're making automated semi trucks, so we won't have to have truckers anymore. And then they already have self-driving Ubers. That's eventually going to take over. And then you saw something, and you were like, "Would you ask me this morning?"
There's robots performing surgeries.
So, from Uber drivers to neurosurgeons, we're all about to be out of work.
Yeah.
I mean, comedy, that's the easiest one to come up with. Robots can do this. You do this, be funny. Come on, any robot.
I don't know. I don't think robots could do that one. Like, I think that's the one thing they can't do.
Well, what does it matter if no one can afford tickets to my show because robots took their job? We're all hosed. And I don't know. I saw that, and then I had the fancy croissant with the homeless people, and I'm like, the French Revolution. Off with their heads, let them eat cake. It's going to happen. Once the neurosurgeons are out of work, I think that's the last group that'll join the Uber drivers and the truckers and everyone in between. And we're going to be charging Elon Musk's palace and shaking signs, and we'll have a big guillotine that we're going to roll in. What if, like, once their head's cut off, just money falls out of them? We're like, oh my, like in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, they just burst into coins.
Like, oh, I got it. And then we share it evenly until we realize that's communism, and then and then we start the cycle again. That's all.
Yeah.
It's scary out there.
Look at me, Sam.
What a chub. What a chub. How you doing? Oh, she doesn't like that. What else did we have? We wrote down a whole list of things. I wanted to say this. I'm so sorry. Remember the guy on his phone just talking out loud when we were in line at a Zola trying to order? Can we kill that guy? Can that guy be dead? Just this giant dope. He was probably like 6'5", tattoos on the back of his head, FaceTiming another guy. And he's a straight man FaceTiming another straight man and just talking out loud for everyone. What is the matter with you? Are you that much of a I don't even know the word, but are you that much of a person that you can't be alone with your thoughts for 5? They're talking about nothing. They're like two gossiping hens. That's what they were. Just, oh yeah, I got a couple of haircuts. I think he was a barber. And he's like, oh, I got a couple of fades to do. Just gossiping like a couple of gals. Like, you know how like sometimes you'll walk down the street and you'll see women on FaceTime calls. But I feel like they do that for safety. Because they're walking down the street by themselves, heading to their car or to whatever. And they're like, I should be on the phone with somebody.
Yeah.
In case someone, sketchy messes with me. There's someone that knows that I could need help. They could call 911 for me or something.
Also, women just do that more in general. Yeah.
Dude,
I just want to catch up.
I have never once done anything in my life and just thought in my head, oh, I wonder, I should FaceTime my best friend Dane. Hey, Dane. He'd be like, what? Why the hell are you FaceTiming?
What do you want?
What the hell do you want? Are you in jail? Are you on fire? Leave me the hell alone. I'll see you. We'll plan something. We'll meet. I don't care for any of that.
Yeah. It was weird.
And then you brought up, because you and I both get annoyed by people in public. I hated the guy in front of us.
Yeah.
And then when I told you about that guy, I don't even know about that guy, but this girl behind me with the...
Yeah, I think she was on she just came from work to grab a coffee and she was using all these big words and like, and I'm like, you don't talk like that. And then we sat outside and then all I heard was trucks and leaf blowers.
Yeah. I think
we have like a little bit of...
We got a lick of it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time ignoring certain sounds.
Yeah.
People talking, snapping of gum.
It's me.
I have a lot of bodily noises. I'm never quiet. I'm either gurgling or burping or yawning.
Either right now.
I breathe loud.
So loud.
Some people think that's the shortness of my tongue. Oh. Because I have a short tongue, I'm just slowly choking.
Excuse. I think you also have a lot of mouth sounds where you just go.
You hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just dying slowly. I think that's what's happened. That's what happened. I turned 38 on last Friday, and I'm dying. My knee hurts. I got knee pains. We had a lovely party that you threw on for me. So much good times. My mom came. She danced like a machine.
Oh my gosh.
She wouldn't stop dancing.
Which is great. She's dancing to Candy Shop.
That's one of her favorite songs. 50 Cent's Take Me to the Candy Shop. I show you what I got. I remember when that song came out, I told her what Candy Shop meant.
Yeah.
She goes, don't ruin the song. Don't ruin the song for your mother. Let me enjoy. He likes the candy. That's why he's missing a tooth. Because he ate too much candy.
That was fun, though. Me and your mom had a dance-off.
Yeah. You guys were getting it.
We were. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted a dance-off.
Emma, as much as you come off calm, really all you want to do is dance.
I want to do a Persian.
Yeah.
I just love to dance.
Every once in a while, I'll walk into a room and I'll just start dancing. You could be in the middle of your taxes. You could be in the middle, surrounded by paper and your laptop, and I'll come in, do one of these, and you're like, and it takes like 4 pumps of my arms, and then you're like, yeah, and then you get up, and then you're digging it, and then before you know it, it's a dance party, and I'm like, how quickly you join right in?
Can't help it.
You can't. It's like a conga line. You see a conga line, you're like, I got to get on the conga line. It's a big party now, But yeah, my mom came. She had a great time. Called all my friends fat.
Oh yeah.
Which my mom used to not be that way. She used to be very polite, and now she just went up to all my friends and jiggled their triceps. Yeah. And they're like, you could lose that, and I'm like, what? Who is this person?
I think it's just like a foreign mom thing because my mom did that to you, if you remember.
Yeah, she called me fat.
Like we went to visit my parents and my mom was, what did she say? She was talking about your beard and then she was like, oh, okay, I think you had shaved. And then she was like, oh, you look slimmer with a beard or something like that.
No, I had the beard, so I looked fatter. And then when I shaved, I looked skinnier because my face was small.
But it's like, why are you commenting on it?
Yeah, shut up. Don't say that to anybody. It's what I was trying to tell my mom. Don't call my friends fat. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah.
You're looking pretty chunky yourself there, young lady. Why don't you leave it? By the way, none of these moms are like supermodels, but it's not like everyone's mom is Denise Austin or she's a fitness lady from the 90s. Like there's no Suzanne Summers in our family. No one's no one's a fitness trainer and coming in and they just come in with because my mom and your mom are the same. They either tell us we're fat or skinny.
I think for them, it's like a health thing. They're like, they associate being chubby with like, oh, you're healthy, you're eating.
But they never say anything in between is my problem. It's either we're too skinny or we're fat. And I'm like, I feel like they're like Us Weekly, you know, those tabloid magazines?
Yeah.
And they just go after celebrities. Like, I remember I saw that years ago. I've never forgotten this. Like 10 years ago, there's a bunch of magazines down. One cover called Michael Bublé Fat because he was bent over picking up his kid on the beach, shirtless. So all of his skin folded on himself. And he's like, look, and they're like, look at this tub of ass over here. Look at this chunky Michael Bublé. We should call him Michael Bubble. Look at this big ass. That's essentially what the headline was.
Yeah.
And then the next photo was him in a tuxedo at like a red carpet event. And they're like, he's lost too much weight. Is he terminally ill?
My God.
How much? I want to grab our mothers by the shoulders and go, how much do you want me to weigh?
Yeah.
To where you leave me alone?
Yeah.
How much? I'll get to that number. Give me a number.
Yeah, there's certain things I think they can't help themselves with. Like that's one of them. And then like talking about, oh, when are you going to have a kid? Oh, it's already too late for you. My mom said that to me.
Yeah.
She said it's already too late.
Yeah, but we're not ready.
I know.
And we might not want.
Yeah. Tell that to my mom. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. I think it's a generational thing of not having kids, but also we're lazy. Mm-hmm. I've been off for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we have our neighbor, who we share a driveway with, and she's a very active, I think she told us she's in her 60s.
She's 60.
Very active, rock climbing. She's a professor at a college. She's always going off on trips.
She has Gen Z friends.
Yeah, she has Gen Z friends. Very cool lady. But we were backing out. I've been home for 3 weeks and we were backing out. We were heading somewhere and she just came and talked to us. And then she just goes, what do you guys do all day? And that was such a cutting, honest, almost philosophical, but then also very direct question. Yeah. And there was a pause, and I looked at her. You and
I looked at each other like, ugh.
And then I looked at her and I said, nothing. And she's like, nothing? And I'm like, less than nothing. We don't do anything in there. Because she's wondering, like, she's a very social person, and she's like, I never see them leave the house, and they leave, and then they come back, and they leave, and they come back. What do you guys do in there?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, if we set up surveillance cameras here, it would just be us going from room to room, laying down on different things. That's what it would be. And then finally one of us, like if there was no audio, and we're just laying there, it'd be one of us turning to the other and they would just see, ha, blah, 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 blah. And then the other person going, ha, blah, 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 blah. And then one of them gets up and then comes back with like food. And then blah, 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 blah. And then blah, 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 blah. And then blah, 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 blah. Like that's all you would see if we don't do anything in here.
I'd like to think we do something. But
I don't think we do. Even like the little bit of work, and I'm not saying this is a bragging thing. I'm sure it's coming off that way. For many years, I used to have a job and things like that, but thankfully comedy has been good to me. I'm knocking on wood, Emma.
Thank you.
I am knocking on wood to hope if this comedy thing ever stops, you're gonna have to take care of this family because I have no redeemable skills. Do you understand that? I have zero, like when I had a job, I was bad at it. And they only, like working for Daryl Jones, nepotism. Essentially nepotism. I was best friends with his son. So that's how I got, they couldn't fire me because of nepotism. And then before that, every job, they're just like, I was always on the cutting board.
Right.
And they kept me around for morale because I was like a funny guy or whatever. But I have no redeemable skills. If this goes off the rails somehow, and we're screwed, so screwed.
I'll go to work, I guess.
Please, for the love of God. Oh man, but yeah, it's I don't know why we started talking about that.
We don't do anything.
Oh, we don't do anything. Yeah, because I love, even when I had a job, like when you and I met and I was living in that garage, the studio apartment.
Yeah.
It takes me forever to do anything. Like Dane gave me a TV because my other TV had broken, and I left it there for weeks. And he's like, when are you going to hang this TV? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it.
Man, that sounds so familiar to a situation in the garage.
What happened in the garage?
Oh, I don't know. There's a TV there on a coffee table that you're using, that you said you were going to mount like 8 months ago now.
Whenever we moved here. And I was under the impression that you were going to sell the coffee table on Facebook Marketplace and then I'll hang the TV. And
I was under the impression that you were going to mount the TV and then I could sell the coffee table, which makes more sense.
I don't know. I think it's a catch-22. I think it's a classic catch-22. It's a catcher in the rye. It's one of those. It's one of those Sophie's Choice, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think it's one of those.
Yeah.
But that got brought up at the birthday party because my buddy Dane came and he gave me a really cool Macho Man Randy Savage Slim Jim cooler. What do you call that? Like a thermos.
Like a water bottle?
Yeah, water bottle. He said that with so much sass, and I don't appreciate it. Yeah, like a water bottle. He said that was so condescending. And I put it on the ground next to the TV, and he was like, "This is what you do with it?" I got this on eBay. And I was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, well, I plan on building a shelf and putting the TV up. And he's like, why haven't you done that? And I'm like, well, I can't put the TV up until Emma sells the coffee table on Facebook Marketplace. And then you're like, what? That's what you've been waiting for? And that's when all the information came out.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That I just realized this, you had never planned to build a shelf in the garage until that party when Dane saw the water bottle and then you said, oh, I plan to put on a shelf because I remember you came in the house and you were like, oh yeah, I'm going to build a shelf. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was like one of your plans.
It was never part of it.
Also,
it was never part of it.
Miso just took a heater.
Oh, Miso.
God damn it.
And you're close to it.
I'm so close to it.
You're in it.
I think I'm going to hold my breath.
Miso just came in just in case you're wondering. This is the studio / office. We have 2 desks crammed into a very small room and 2 litter boxes because the Robo litter box somehow got stuck. So we brought an old school litter box in and they're just, doing litter box stuff into the litter box. And there's an aroma. I'll say that. Mm-mm. That's the one part, by the way, the smell is the one part of the visual aspect of not just podcasts, but YouTube, social media that isn't shown.
Yeah.
Like when they show travel videos and you're like, oh, that place looks so exotic. And then you go there and you're like, wow, they didn't mention that smell.
Yeah.
Remember the smell of Bangkok?
Yeah.
I was nauseous the entire time. Mm-hmm. That wasn't in any of the blogs.
Man, I can't wait to get used to the smell right now.
Look at her. She's walking back to she's just licking her lips like, yep, left a heater. Now she just walks off all slow. Thanks a lot, Miso.
Don't call her back.
No, keep walking. She's not coming back. She stinks in here. She's like, I got to let that air out. Ridiculous. But yeah, amazing birthday party. Yeah. So much fun.
We went to the desert before that too for your birthday.
Yes, but I want to tell the bar story first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because listen, I'm very comfortable being the age I am. I turned 38 and I've been emotionally 50 from the time I was a little kid. I've never, aging, a lot of people have issues with aging. But if you were never fun, aging is not that big of a deal. And that's who I am. I've never been fun, and aging hasn't affected me. It just means I don't have to pretend that the bar with the loud music and the DJ and the lights is fun. I can be honest and go, this sucks. And most of my friends will turn to me and go, you are correct. This does suck. Let's get the hell out of here. Now, there are some of my friends that aging has only made them more reminiscent of a better time. And that's my good buddy Dane. I love Dane. But something happened where he just keeps bringing up 2019. And he keeps bringing up New Year's Eve 2020 the way Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite brings up his high school state football game where the coach didn't put him in at quarterback. And now he's like 40 years old or 50 years old. And he's like, man, if coach would have just put me into state, we would have won. And then I could be a superstar quarterback in the NFL right now. I'd be rich. I'd have a hot wife. I'd be in a jacuzzi. And that's how Dane looks at New Year's Eve 2020.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, everything was awesome. I was looking good. Everyone was looking good. And now he's here. And so at the end of by the way, we started our birthday bash at 1 p.m.
Yes, we did.
And and then like, everyone will be gone by 8. And then everyone was still hanging out at 10. And I was having a good time, 10. But then Dane's like, why don't we hit the bar? Why don't we go out and have one drink at a bar? We'll go to $7,000. That's the bar I took you to where you stole an orange.
I did.
Yep. You stole a shaved orange. And
I was hungry and everything was closed.
yes. And you swiped an orange and the bartender saw, and they were like so confused that they just went, I was like, oh my God, I think I'm dating a klepto. Just over here swiping oranges. And so we went to, and that's a young person's bar. And I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we going to this bar? And he's like, no, let's go. So me, Dane, and Vance go to this bar. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Unironically, it's one of my nicer shirts. It's a Tommy Bahama shirt. Dane is wearing shorts and a copper sock, like a copper infused support sock, because he twisted his ankle and his whole leg had swollen up. So he put on this high copper sock just on one leg, and he's wearing shorts for everybody to see. And then Vance has a loaf of sourdough bread that you sent him home with to give to his wife.
Yes.
So the three of us, Hawaiian shirt, swollen copper sock ankle, and a loaf of sourdough are in line at like a young 20-somethings like fun bar.
Yeah.
And we go in, and they still ID'd us, I think just for the humor of it. And they just let us in, which, by the way, I brought up last night when I was telling the story on stage. There should have been more questions about the bread. Like, the security guard looked at the loaf of sourdough and was just like, come on in. And I was like, we just watched The Hunt for Bin Laden on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, bouncers, how many 9/11s do we need to have before you start asking questions about weird people bringing weird things to places they don't belong? What's the deal with the sourdough? At least ask. And he let us in. And we had 2 cocktails there. The first one was fine. The second one was poison. The music was too loud. The people were too young. Everyone's wearing baggy clothes and New Balance shoes. And there was like a couple older people than us, but they looked more embarrassing. We all look lost. We all look like we read the wrong Yelp reviews, And then we finally left. And then we came back, and I was like, what are we doing? I could have gone without that.
Yeah.
I could have gone with that. I just want to drink at home. Or at a bar where it's like dimly lit, quiet. Like, that's what I'm looking, just peace. That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, I think that's why we're the perfect match.
Yeah. We're the we're a good match because we're both very comfortable doing nothing.
Yeah.
Which is apparently very jarring for our neighbor.
Yes.
Was that smooth?
It's delicious.
But we also went to the desert. That was
Yes.
yeah.
We went out to Landers.
California.
Rented a nice little Airbnb that we've been to before.
Mm-hmm.
And Zoltan.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh, I got attacked by a camel spider. I think it was like day 3? We went out there for 4 days. Day 2 or day 3, I'm out there.
And I just hear a scream.
Well, I don't know if it was a scream, more of a bellow. I think it was a good, meaty, adulty bellow.
Yeah.
Did that thing start doing it on its own?
Yeah.
Is it broken or is
No,
it?
I think she went in there. It's fine.
Miso, are you done? Why are you so... Did you sniff the coffee? But anyway, I was outside and I was setting up some firewood and I moved this firewood. Then I put my beer in the sand and I looked and there was a giant, like this, legitimately here to here, this big. And I couldn't tell if it was a scorpion or a spider. And then I took a photo of it, which I have here. I don't know if I can... Does it do it justice?
I can put it up after.
Or I can watch this.
All right, I'm watching.
Look what I can do. Here we go. I don't know if this will come through. You see that? That's what you can actually see that.
Yeah, you can.
I saw that bad boy. It's scaring me to look. I'm having PTSD traumas from just seeing it again. And I saw that. I snapped that photo and I sent it to you. I go, look what I found outside. And then I was like, I couldn't tell if it was dead or alive because it wasn't moving. So I started like, throwing a little brush on it.
Poking it?
I didn't poke it yet. I found a little stick and I just kind of threw it over there and I'm like, what's up? And it's not moving. And then I had the fire starter, like the lighter with the stick on it.
Yeah.
And I poke it just a little to see if it's alive. And it jumps back and then it raises its front arms like that and charges me. It ran right at me. And we looked this thing up afterwards. It can run up to 10 miles an hour, this little bastard.
Yeah, with the help of wind.
No,
Right.
no wind.
I thought it was with the wind. It can... All right, it doesn't matter.
10 miles, and by the way, 10 miles an hour from the start. Like, it doesn't have to gain speed to get up to 10. It can go 10. It's like a Tesla. It goes from 10 now. Like the acceleration, the low end torque on this thing, amazing. So it charged me with its dukes up and I went, whoa. And it came at me so fast that I like ran back and to the side. I was remembering my boxing thing.
Yeah.
Because in boxing, they tell you not to go straight back because you can get hit. So you want to go back into an angle.
Yeah.
So I went back into an angle. This guy can change directions. He has 6 legs. So he's coming at me and I was like, what the hell is going on? And he was coming at me so fast, I wanted to stomp it. But I was like, if I miss, he's going to climb up my base leg and then just have at me. Yeah. He's going to eat me alive. So I remember I jumped back, turned to an angle, and then it stopped. And it's kind of running around. And I'm like, baby, are you seeing this? You're like 25 feet away on the back deck. And you're like, I see it from here.
Yeah.
That's how big this thing was.
Yeah.
And then it ran around. Then it ran towards you. And then under like the
deck.
Under the deck. And I was like, well, I guess that's where that thing's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the terror. Like, I would have freaked out too. However.
What?
The number of days in which you would not shut up about this thing was excessive.
I was attacked by wildlife. You see that thing? I was attacked by wildlife. And then you Googled it.
You're still bringing it up. And it's been like 3 weeks.
I'm still passionate about it because I still remember. Maybe if you were attacked and charged, you'd still be bringing it up 3 weeks later.
I don't know.
It was terrifying. You looked it up. So this camel spider is neither spider nor scorpion.
It's like its own thing.
It's its own brand of evil. And it can be found in the Middle East where they get even bigger than what I just showed you. This thing was legitimately from here to here, 10 miles an hour. Like it came out of a laboratory, you know?
Yeah. And then I asked ChatGPT if it charges people, and it said that it will try to scare you away, and usually like it'll follow a shadow
to look for shade.
So it could have just been following your shadow,
right? Because they're nocturnal little insects.
Yeah, but also they're not harmful. There's no venom or anything like that. So
no, I mean, since then I've looked them up on YouTube, and there's a video of a guy letting him bite him.
Yeah,
and he was fine. He was fine. And he's like, it's a little painful. But they're so fit.
They look very scary.
They don't just have the here fangs. They got the unders too. So they come at you like this.
Yeah.
They got these
They got
fangs.
2 pinchers.
They got 2 pinchers. And then the front arms grab you. And then the pinchers come in and go.
Yeah.
They get you good. I had bad dreams about that thing.
Sure you did.
Yeah. But we had a good time. What else did we do? You got to rent a 4-wheel drive Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
You love that thing. Once you got a taste.
Would. And I've driven Jeeps before, like in the city, and it's fine. They're kind of uncomfortable. But there's just something about driving a Jeep off-road
Yeah.
that is just so fun. Like, like, it is just so fun. I loved it.
Every time I looked over at you, you were beaming with life.
Yeah.
You were just like,
It's just such a powerful car.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
You like purposely run over stuff. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, let me get some of that.
I hate that I love it.
Why do you hate that you love it?
I don't know, because I don't want one, but like, they're so cool.
But you get it.
I get it.
I think that's why people like guns. Like, you don't want to like guns because you're like, you just think of someone who like charged the Capitol during January 6th.
Yeah.
You know, probably someone who yells at his wife. But then you like shoot one and you're like, oh, come on, guns.
Yeah, I guess.
That's it. 5 years from now, we're going to have 2 Jeeps and an arsenal of weaponry.
God, imagine.
That camel spider ain't getting me again. I'll tell you what. I'll run it over.
Yeah.
I don't know why my throat has stuff.
Yeah, what's going on in
I
there?
don't know. I have goop in the back.
Mm.
I'm getting over. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm getting over being sick again.
Mm.
I got sick again as soon as my vacation started.
Yeah.
And I have goop in the back. Every time I talk, there's just a lingering little hey, I'm just hanging on. This is mucus just hanging on to my vocal cords. Hey.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Hey, are you trying to talk? Are you trying to like use a little emphasis on your words? Are you trying to do that? Nah, let me just hang on right here. Right in the back too, right where you can't get it. I'm not going down, I'm not coming up. I'm just gonna hang right here like Sylvester Stallone on the cover of the movie Cliffhanger. Just hang right there.
Mike's not here for the references.
Yeah, he definitely isn't. It's just you and me. You can stare at me and go, yeah, I didn't watch that movie from 1993.
Yeah.
Look that up. That's when that movie came out. How are we doing on time?
I'm not sure. I can't see from here. Can you see?
I think it says 44. You know what I can do? You're going to laugh at me. I'm going to zoom in with this. We are at 44 minutes and 20 seconds. What else did we have on the list?
We had a couple of the shows we watched.
Oh, yeah. We watched the Tylenol Murderers.
Yes. Which I thought was pretty good.
I loved it.
Yeah. Like, it was pretty badass that they had the murderer on the documentary.
That might have not done it. Well, I don't want to...
Not done it, but like...
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But this guy did other stuff, and he had the teeth of a villain. So the end of episode 1, just watch episode 1. If you don't like episode 1, don't watch the others, because clearly the show isn't for you. But it's a 3-part series, and at the end of episode 1, they bring the suspect in. This guy, this old guy, and at the end, he's like... Blah, 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 and then he goes... and they just show his little green, they were like green and yellow, and they didn't even look like teeth. They look like elbows. They look like little elbow bones.
Yeah.
And then it went to credits, and you're like, who the hell's that guy? We got to watch episode 2 now. And then we watched
That was
episode
the
2.
best cliffhanger.
That was, what? I had bad
good.
dreams that
Yeah.
day. And, I mean, not to spoil it, but you kind of don't know who did it. It could have been Tylenol. Johnson & Johnson. It could have been Advil, which, by the way, no one looked at. Of all the suspects who put the cyanide into the Tylenol. I don't know. Advil was pretty quiet
Yeah.
during that time. Maybe how were the sales of Advil during the early 80s when there was big putting cyanide into Tylenol? It was a hell of a documentary.
It was really good.
Do you have cat hair in your...
There is so much cat hair in the air right now.
So Do you know how hard it is for me to have contact lenses in a house where there's cat hair everywhere? Every time I wash my hands and I get the towel, and I'm like, I'm ready to do my contacts now. Look at my, it's just covered in it.
I feel like 50% of this podcast was complaints.
How much of your daily interaction with me, percentage-wise, is complaints?
About 50%.
Really? That's actually pretty positive for me. I thought you were going to say 75%. I thought you were going to say 75% of the words that come out of my mouth is a complaint of some sort.
No, I think it's pretty 50-50.
That's pretty good. I can live with 50-50.
Yeah,
what else am I supposed to say?
Yeah, all right.
This sucks. That's most of the time is me walking around going, this sucks. What are we doing?
And I think if you add the 25% that I complain, it'll be 75.
You think you only complain 25%? Wow, are we being nice to ourselves? I think you complain a lot more than 25%.
All right.
Do we have to flip the sign? Is it going to flip it or is it coming backwards for them?
We'll find out.
Yeah, we had to go to Home Depot to find this stuff. Yeah. And we bought a grill at Home Depot. We bought a grill. You remember we asked questions? What's the difference between this grill and this grill? They didn't know.
She was like, this one has 4 burners and this one has 5. And they looked so different. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she didn't know.
No.
She didn't know. And then the guy who, because we had to get delivery because we couldn't fit this thing in our car. That guy, it was his first day, the poor guy. And then his coworker was like, "Oh, the delivery fee's $50 or like $75."
No, it was $100.
It turned out to be $100.
Yeah.
But his coworker first said it was $75.
Yes.
And then it turned out to be $100 when he put it in the system.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, why is it $100 now?" He's like, I don't know. And it already took him so long to get to this point that he goes, "You know what? There's something I can do."
He clicked discount.
He clicked discount, gave us a $50 discount. Now it was a $50 delivery.
And he was like, I can do that.
I can do that. After there was so much stuff that he couldn't do, he's like, well, I can do this. Well, did you choose me? Miso has now chosen me as the couch. How are you doing? Why don't you say something into the microphone?
Oh, she said something.
What did you say? But yeah, we have a grill now, and I tried to make us burgers, but I got impatient, so we had very rare burgers last night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the correct heat it was, or the temperature it was supposed to be.
I don't know. I get so impatient when I cook.
It's still good though.
It was fine. It was better when we bought it from somebody. You know how people say, "Oh, I can make this better at home."
Yeah.
I never say that. I'm like, I could never make this at home. Every time we're at a restaurant, anything, I'm like, I can never make this at home.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for it. A lot of cooking is patience.
Yes.
And I was never raised on that because I was raised on the microwave. 30 seconds, minute and a half. Mm-hmm. If it was 2 minutes, I'd have to go to the bathroom or something to help kill the time for me to come back and enjoy that Hot Pocket.
Me and my sister used to do dances while we waited for it.
You had a microwave dance?
We had a microwave dance.
Don't drink out of this. It's covered in cat hair.
Right.
For the love of God. We got to clean the house. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
We're wrapping it up. This was episode 410 of This Week in Zoltan. First episode with the light. Big man Mike is getting married right now to Becca. Not right now, but he's out there in the Poconos getting ready to get hitched.
When this episode comes out, he'll be married.
Yeah, by the time this episode comes out, the ink will be dry on their marriage contracts. The government will know there will be new bank cards and Social Security information distributed about. People will be on other people's insurances. They're going to be deciding on tile for the bathroom that they share. And there's going to be a lot going on. And I'm going to be in New York next week. Mm-hmm. I'll be at, by the time you see this, that weekend, I'll be in New Brunswick, New Jersey, the Stress Factory Comedy Club. Mike Albanese will be there. He'll be featuring for me. So if you're in the East Coast area of New Jersey, New York City, what have you, come out, come see us, and come celebrate the newly married Michael Albanese.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you for being on the show, as always. Thank you, Miso, for taking a dump and just for being a regular nuisance. And thank you for watching, listening, download, sharing, subscribing, doing whatever you do to be a part of whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to this, but thank you.
I wouldn't listen to this. Maybe that's the title of the episode. Anyway, cheers, everybody. I salute you, Americans, and everybody else.
Okay, bye.
Trekking heavier, traveling light. There's one thing that's right wherever I go. That's where I am.